What I'm going to talk about today, as Kanuncle already introduced, most of the time I wear the hat of being the founder and CEO at Treebo Hospitality Ventures. We are a hotel company ourselves focused on the affordable segment, economy to mid-market, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. And let me also clarify, because the session says sponsor spotlight, let me also clarify that I'm not here to sell you anything today. I promise that. We are, in addition to being a hotel company, we are a technology company as well. And we have a product which I'm going to talk about, but I'm not here to sell you that product, because I know for a fact that most of you in this room and most of the hotel brands and the hotel portfolios in this room are secretly in a bit of a love-hate relationship with a PMS company I wouldn't name. So I wouldn't take the audacity to really try and dissuade you from that. But here's what I'm here to do. I'm gonna try and see if there is a congruence between the tech savviness of the people I see in this room and the tech savviness of the hotels that we are all running. So let me ask you a few questions, if you'd allow me. How many of you here use WhatsApp? Can I have a show of hands, please? A quick one. Of course, it's a redundant question. I'm sure 100% of you do. How many of you here use YouTube? Again, almost everyone, so redundant question. How many of you use ChatGPT regularly? Wow, almost as many hands as what I saw for WhatsApp and YouTube. Let's take it to the next level. Looks like all of you are fairly tech savvy in this room. How many of you are actively using AI in your hotels? I see 1, 2 reluctant hands. It looks like there is a big disconnect between the tech savviness of all of you and the tech savviness of your hotels. Looks like you are far ahead in the journey and the hotels are perhaps still catching up. It's all the more amusing that it seems that AI is still a topic in panel discussions at conferences, including this one. We're going to have one tomorrow. What we are trying to do at Hotel Superhero is to make it a lot more real and bring it to life, such that it becomes a real application in hotels rather than being just this fancy thing that we all roughly know about, but we are not quite sure what its applications are yet going to be. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you today Hotel Superhero's Superbot. Superbot is essentially a chat and voice-enabled AI agent which lets you simply talk and get things done in your hotels. What you're about to witness today, I would like to believe, is a bit of a revolution in how we think about hotel technology, a never-seen-before way of running hotels that will hopefully transform the way we think about hotel operations. But I'm not going to talk about it much. Rather, I'm going to talk to it and see if this thing actually works. So Hotel Superhero, I'll talk a little bit more about it after this, but we are essentially an all-in-one comprehensive hotel management software, and what you're looking at is our AI-powered chat and voice interface called Superbot. And here's how it works. Show me all pending check-ins of today. So this is a chat agent built on top of our existing hotel management software, or PMS. It's fully in sync with it. It is meant to work in a manner which is absolutely aligned with the PMS and prevents the staff from having to click around on 20 different screens and use multiple keyboard shortcuts to get simple stuff done. What you see here, in a matter of a few seconds, it's showing me the details of the booking that is pending for check-in today based on the voice command I gave. Check in this booking. Typically, a check-in process, again, requires multiple screens. Someone was just telling me that they were checking in last night here, and they had to wait some 10 minutes for the person to kind of complete all the clicks and all the forms and all the retrieval, etc., to be able to proceed. Here we have the same thing happening on voice command in a matter of a few seconds. Go ahead with room 205. So it was able to retrieve the booking. It understood my intent is to do a check-in. Of course, it wants to know, there wasn't a room assigned, pre-assigned to this booking, so it's finding out which of the available and clean rooms it wants me to, accept the check-in in, and that's it. Check-in has been completed successfully. So it is a process which would usually take several minutes and will, of course, require a certain level of skill at the front office for them to manage the usual PMS and go through with it. This one is all just natural language input. Now, here's the fun fact about this. This is multilingual, and this is natural language from the get-go. So it's not just English, which the system understands. So let's try out that fun thing as well. Room number 308 ko check out kar do. Now, this is frankly, even though I'm talking about it with a certain sense of pride, the truth be told, this is a capability that AI has put in our hands already. We are not the ones who are building this model. These are models which pre-exist. We are using large language models provided by the likes of Google, Gemini, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Claude, and so on. You see, checkout has been completed in a single voice command, and that is because there was no balance pending on this booking. Otherwise, let's try out if what happens if I do it elsewhere. Room number 205 में कितना balance है? From retrieving the booking details to doing check-ins and checkouts, understanding the billing and payment summaries of the booking, even recording payments. So you see, it's telling me that there is a 3,100 rupee balance on, and you see, it understood my intent that I was talking in Hindi, even though the translation or the text being typed is still in English, but it understood that this is Hindi that I'm using, and the response I got this time was actually in Hindi. इस बुकिंग पे 1,000 रुपए की पेमेंट रिकॉर्ड कर दो. मोड क्रेडिट कार्ड. Of course, given the fact that this is fully synced to the PMS, it's not a separate system. Whatever you're seeing here is happening parallelly in the PMS. It's no such thing that, someone will press some buttons and sync it up later in an offline manner. Mode Visa. So it is fully linked to the PMS, and therefore, because the payment flow understands the various payment modes and understands the different sub-payment modes as well, it's asked me that question, because without that detail, you can't go ahead with the booking. And there you go, payment has been successfully recorded on the booking, again, all through a simple voice command. In fact, let me try this. मुझे समझ नहीं आया, इसको हिंदी में लिखो. The whole idea, we joke around internally that hotel superhero, the word superhero should effectively become, this go-to assistant of yours. Hero ye kar de, hero wo kar de. Especially, imagine the power of this so there you go, this translated into Hindi for me live. And by the way, this works in any language on the face of earth. This is not just Hindi, English, hard-coded. I could be doing this in a dual language. I could be telling it to give me, output in both, let's say, English and French altogether, and it will work equally well. Imagine the power of this. Thank you. If you could go back to the slides, please. Imagine what this could unlock for us, right? That's more exciting. Of course, the product is very exciting. But what is even more exciting is what this could unlock for us. One of the key topics of discourse in all such conferences, all events, of course, is in terms of staff availability, staff shortage, especially trained staff. Now imagine, I was just talking to a friend from the industry here, and he was mentioning he would ideally love to hire college students, English teachers, commerce graduates, anyone and everyone for front office roles, anyone who's good with communication skills, with interpersonal skills. You can do that with this, because you no longer need this person to have undergone a 6-month course to learn a PMS, which is super complex, right? What this also means is massive implications on guest experience. Imagine not having a front desk at all. and associates standing in the lobby, standing in the restaurant, or even in the breakfast area, and doing check-ins and check-outs, not even on their phone, because whatever is on the phone that I was doing could be done on your smartwatch, because that watch has the same capability as your phone, so you're talking into it, and things are happening live. So that's Hotel Superhero's Superbot for all of you. I'm going to quickly just show you, because it's an integrated, all-in-one solution, has all the functionalities that you need to run the hotel. Property management system for obviously managing whatever we were doing here gets replicated live here. You've got the point of sale, which is, again, a single inbuilt solution for all F&B billing or even other retail shops, laundry, salon, spa. You've got real-time OTSing through the CRS. You've got rate management for dynamic pricing on various channels as well as different rate plans. It has an inbuilt revenue management system which looks at internal and external data to update dynamic pricing. It has inbuilt payment gateway integrations and e-invoicing with full capability of revising invoices in a GST-compliant manner when you need to make changes. That's a typical pain point. The housekeeping module is built in. Finance back-of-the-house capabilities for things like accounts receivable built in. Guest communication on WhatsApp. We don't call our guests to say, hey, sir, what time are you going to arrive today? And we don't sweat over a Booking.com payment where payment has not been collected, because as soon as a guest makes a booking on Booking.com, we send them messages to say, hey, your booking is tentative. Please make a payment to secure your booking. And that payment is instantly updated, and the entire flow happens on WhatsApp. All the data, reports, and dashboards, the guest interaction platform for housekeeping requests or ordering food, all of this and more inbuilt into this all-in-one, simple, powerful, and affordable solution called Hotel Superhero. I've run out of time. I'll stop here. But like I said, my idea was really for all of us collectively to embark on a journey where some of this cutting-edge tech is a lot more real, a lot more accessible here and now, and not something that we just look through in the crystal ball and assume will happen several years later. Thank you very much for your time and attention.